My name is Trecia Rogers. I served in the U.S. Army for 6 years. I intended to make it a lifelong career, but it was brought short in Afghanistan whenever I was blown up. I was medevaced out, and whenever I got home, I struggled with a lot of things, TBI being one of them. And after going through a lot of therapies, I still was having trouble just being able to walk and talk. I would have conversations that, the words coming out of my mouth was not appropriate for the conversation. It was just random words. So I was really getting into a dark place. I day by day, I was kind of getting to where I just wished that life was over. It was too hard to live. I was in pain, and I suffered from migraine constantly, and I couldn't hardly hear because they're ringing in my ears, and every time I'd try to walk I would get sick because the movement of the ground under my feet would give me vertigo. And finally a friend of mine says, "Hey, why don't you just come out and work with the horses?" So I went out to her place, and she had a couple horses out there, and I tried riding, and oh man, that was a no-go. I was raised on horses, by the way. My first horse was a Spanish Mustang right off the BLM. So I got on the horse, and it was no-go because that ground moving under me faster than I could even walk. I just threw up. I got off and said, nope, that wasn't happening. But she kept having me come out, and I kept working. I did groundwork. I kept working, and I kept loving on the horse, and the horse kept trying. You could just see it. He was just trying. I could see his face, and I could tell that he was wanting to communicate with me somehow. And then finally it happened. It just, all of a sudden, I was working and I was writing, and him and I were communicating together. And I found my step again. I found my walk in life again. And I was enjoying myself, and I was having fun. I could go home, and I could look at my grandkids, and even though I couldn't remember their names, it was still okay. I went through a lot of therapy after that. It always involved horses, though, because that was the only thing that would break me. Are you gonna swallow a hard tooth? I would sit in front of people, and I could put on a straight face and a hard face, and I could show no emotion in front of people easily. But there was just something about touching a horse. You just can't touch a horse and not feel. So this guy here was actually one of my therapy horses. And my therapist was retiring, so she gave him to me. And he's been mine ever since. And I've tried giving him away, and the people have said, nope, that's your baby, and you're not giving him away. And he has been mine. Therapy, equine therapy might not mean a lot to a lot of people, but it saves lives. It touches people in ways that you can't even imagine. You might not be a horse person, and you might not know what really takes place out here. And riding horses might just look like people just goofing around, but it's not true. It's people opening up that have never opened up before. So it's important. So I'm asking you, help save lives. You don't know what's going on inside a person, because they could be standing in front of you just putting on a face that you don't know inside. Trust me, I'm one of those people. Thank you.